Hello, everybody, again. This is Kristine, and welcome back to our official podcast channel. All right. So, guys, hello. This is our second podcast airing. So special for me. But yes, again, hello again. This is Kristine. And today I have something special for you guys. It's not something I usually do, but if you are a fan of beauty pageants, which I am, they say that Filipinos have the three Bs. The three Bs being boxing, basketball, and beauty pageants. I'm not as much of a fan of boxing and basketball. I like sports. It's just that I don't like watching them as much as others. So the other B, the third B, I am a fan of. That's for sure. So beauty pageants. We are going to take another challenge today. And actually, this is very challenging for me, in all honesty, because what we're trying to do is to answer the 15 questions given by the panel of judges to the top 15 contestants in the recently concluded Binibining Pilipinas 2019. So we have already chosen our new set of queens for 2019, and I congratulate them personally. It's been a tough few months leading up to the recent event. It's so tiring. I cannot imagine what they've been through. They have to really be able to really make themselves invested in this pageant from day one until the end, because they always say, you just don't join for whatever reason. You have something, maybe a dream, maybe this is your chosen platform for your advocacies, but there is a reason why you join the pageant. And once you join, there's no going back. You just give it your all. So I commend all the girls for that. And it's not a very easy journey. People will have a lot of opinions, especially sa Q&A portion. But once you step into this women's positions, it's not easy. And we will test that today. I will be putting up a 30-second timer to first read the questions, and then I will set the timer so that we can all try to answer it, or I can try to answer it. And then, once you hear the sound, that means the time is up. That is exciting. So we are doing that today. I don't know if you guys have opinions or other suggestions as to how to answer the questions. It's okay. You can just let me know what you think. And, all of the answers will be my opinion. So we can just exchange notes or something. But there is no right or wrong answer. As they say, you really have to, it's how you answer it and how you carry yourself in this kind of time pressured situation that matters the most. So let's get to it. All right. So before we start, I just want to give you a brief background or a brief cuento about how I got into beauty pageant fan community. So don't get me wrong, I'm just a fan. And this did not start until I think 2015 or 2016. Prior to Miss Pia Wurtzbach winning the Miss Universe crown in 2015, I wasn't really a fan. The story is, when I was in Japan in 2013, I did get a few people telling me that, oh, the Philippines won in Miss World. Oh, the Philippines won in Miss International. And it really is in that year, we had won two big international pageants. Miss International 2013, Miss Bea Santiago, and Miss World 2013, Miss Megan Young. And it's something that people always mention to me whenever I introduce myself as a Filipino. It's something I am proud of. I mean, I'm happy for their achievements. I'm happy they're being recognized in the international stage. But my initial reaction then was, all right, thank you. Thank you for recognizing us. I haven't seen the show. I haven't seen the face of who won. I know Megan Young because she's an actress in the Philippines, but it's not something I purposely watch. I mean, the pageant. So I was not really into it that time. But I think what changed was in 2015, 2016. After Pia won, during that year, I went to Thailand and I met one of the most amazing persons I know in my life. And he is P. Adam. So, P. Adam is an official translator and interpreter for Miss Universe Thailand. He knows and speaks fluent Japanese and Thai. Of course, he's American, so he speaks English, Thai, and Japanese. And then, afterwards, P. Adam told us that he can provide us tickets for Miss Universe. So P. Adam is someone I've always admired because of his friendliness, his intellect, his opinions about many different things in the world. He notified us that since Miss Universe will be coming to the Philippines, Pia Alonso Wurtzbach brought Miss Universe back to the Philippines. He is going to be officially in the Philippines to interpret for Miss Thailand, Chalita Swanswane. So, sorry, I really love Chalita. And she is a very beautiful girl. She represented her country well, in my opinion, during that competition. And in 2016, P. Adam visited the Philippines as Chalita's official interpreter. And with that, we were given the chance to watch the Miss Universe competition live here at the SM MOA Arena. I was so excited. I didn't know how to feel about it at first because in the back of my mind, all I thought was, it's no big deal. This is just a competition of women showing their beauty and their intellect in the Q&A portion. But I tell you, once you get into that community, in that environment, it's a very different feeling. You have the sense of empowerment provided by the candidates. They're not just there to show off their beauty. It's beyond that. And I realized that right away because there are very different, vibes to the candidates as they were strutting their stuff on stage. And you can also feel the sense of camaraderie among the fans that were there. There were some that were more loud or louder than others, but they all want the same thing, to be able to get the names of their country and they represent their country in an international stage as powerful of an impact as possible. So when I was there, I remember specifically Miss Canada 2016, Shiera. I think her name is Shiera. I'm a big fan. And I still follow her Instagram nowadays. But she has been one of the front runners. But I also remember everyone was bullying her because of her body form and shape. It was very odd. But the way that she carried herself, the way that she answered questions from the media and from the fans, it was amazing. You don't need someone to tell her how she should do things. And these are amazing women that we really have to take inspiration from. And once you get into that stage, there is no turning back, as I said. They really have to go there and be their best selves. And that's something that I really like about the representatives of each country. And during that time, immediately after the event, I really felt that there is something more to these women. It's not just about beauty. They are risking their dreams. They're putting a lot at stake. There are times when you feel that this is really who they are. I don't know for what purpose they do it for, but it's good to know that they have their own advocacies and that they are fighting for what they think needs to be changed in the world. So that's something that lured me into pageantry. And after that pageant, after 2016, I have watched the succeeding pageants. I really did. Not just Miss Universe, but Miss International as well. So I followed the journey of Miss Kylie Versosa and her advocacy on mental health. I really admire her for that. I did scour the internet to watch live streaming sites and just to see how our candidates fare. After that, I even watched, of course, our very own Rachel Peters, 2017 Miss Universe, our own Katarina Rodriguez. I really love her. And of course, Catriona Gray. and ever since then, I've been a fan of the pageant community. I do follow a lot of pages about fans and their favorite candidates just to see how everyone is doing. There are, of course, negative sides to it because there are a lot of camps and other candidates, countries, representatives that are not really in good terms with each other. But I don't want to dwell on that because these are things that we shouldn't, put energy on. The candidates are there to fight for their dreams, their advocacies, their platform, their voice. And we would be able to maximize that voice if we look closer on what they want to achieve and not on the negative bashing side of it. Everyone is different. We shouldn't compare this person from this person because there are no two people alike. We really have to appreciate the candidates as they are because they have something to bring to the table. That's why they win from their respective local national pageants. So I'm pretty sure the national directors of these pageants would not send someone they don't think is right to represent the country. So, with that said, that's how I got into the pageant fan community base. And I really like that aspect of pageantry. It gives you inspiration, empowerment, and that's what we all need, I think. All right. So, ang dami ko nang sinabi. But with that said, we are now going to the most difficult part of this podcast. We are trying the challenge. I don't know if we can make it, but I'll try. I'll give it my best. And again, if you have other answers for me, I'll be happy to hear them. We are not looking for a right answer. We are looking for an answer that you can confidently say and confidently convey whatever it is your point. So whatever point you have, we respect. All right? So first question. Let's do it. This is it. First question. So we will be doing this by 5 na lang siguro. So first 5, second 5, then third 5. All right, first 5. Question. In this day and age of gender equality, can you say that Filipino men still practice or show chivalry towards women? Why or why not? I honestly think that there are still a lot of Filipino men who practice chivalry at this day and age. It doesn't mean that there is gender equality, that men lose respect for women. I mean, we are equals, but it doesn't mean that men disregard and disrespect women. So I think there are still men who practice chivalry. All right. I'm so nervous. All right. Okay. Yeah, I know time is up. All right. So, I don't know how I did, but that's the first question. This is nerve-wracking. Oh my God. All right. Next question. All right. Next question. If you win the crown tonight, what will you do to get more women in the workplace? if I win the crown tonight, hypothetically, I would really use the platform to increase awareness about the role of women in the workplace. The workplace should consist of both men and women because there are jobs that really require women. Oh my god. Oh my god, ang hirap. Wait. That is a very difficult question because I don't have a crown to win. Plus, I don't have that platform that I'm looking for that they have in Binibining Pilipinas. So, but that is the winning question to the winner, Miss Gazini Ganados. But yeah, so maybe I lack something to answer this question. Anyway, next question, number 3. Migration and migrating are the most searched words on Google. What would you like to say to those disheartened Filipinos who seem to have lost for hope? This question is very close to my heart because I know that there are a lot of Filipinos considering migration, but we must know that there are a lot of Filipinos in the world. Wherever we are in this world will be considered our home. So, if we pursue migration, who else would take care of our country? And I think that we need to look inward and really choose to be home. Woo! Oh my god. I don't know what I'm doing. Whew. Let's just continue on. Alright, next. What advice can you give to a 16-year-old girl for her to become more socially aware and become an empowered young lady? I would advise a 16-year-old girl to read more and experience life more. I think it's best for us to understand at a young age that life can give you a lot of different possibilities as long as you believe in it. And we cannot really be perfect in this world. But despite not being perfect, the world is still a beautiful place for us to live in. Alright? Oh. If I remember correctly, Aya Abisamis was given this question and she did say to read more, but I think it would be better to elaborate on that. But she answered really well. That's why she won first runner up. Alright. Question number 5. Let's talk about freedom of the press. Is freedom of the press important in our society? It is very important because the press will be the sort of equalizer to whatever it is that we see. There is this fine line between good journalism and bad journalism. We just have to look for the right sources, the right media that will give us the correct or critical news. I don't know if I'm answering these questions. It's so difficult. What more if you're wearing high heels, full on makeup, in front of a crowd? It's nerve-wracking. Anyway, we'll proceed to the next 5 in a few moments. Hi everyone! I hope you are enjoying this week's podcast episode, and I do invite you to like my Instagram page, that's Kristine's Voice, the podcast, to get to know more about updates on our upcoming episodes. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world. So let's do it! Question number 6. What is your best non-physical asset, and why do you say so? Okay, timer starts now. I'd like to say that my best non-physical asset would be my jolly personality. I believe that this this kind of personality is what we need in times of distress. It's a very Filipino trait for us to be hospitable, jolly, and resilient people. And I believe that this is something that we can impart other people if we are happy individuals and we exude this kind of vibrancy. We can definitely help other people. Woo! I think I speak a lot, right? Anyway, next. If you could have the opportunity to meet somebody globally influential, who would that be and why? All right. Timer starts now. If there is someone that I'd really love to meet, it would probably be Michelle Obama. I believe that there is a lot more power in and influence in the way that she speaks and shares to us her knowledge. And I'd like to meet her someday because I'd love to know more about how she does things. And I want to embody the kinds of things that she is as a woman. Thank you. Yes, on time pa ako. All right. Next question. The Philippines has some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, but we are also ranked as one of the top 3 with the most polluted ocean. We're full of plastics. Now, if you win Binibining Pilipinas, how could you make a difference to help clean up our oceans? The very best way is to promote the cleanliness or to spread the word on not polluting our oceans. I believe that the platform Miss Universe has will have direct impact on how we affect change on our environment. We do not just live in this world to create waste and have fun. Really have to think about Mother Earth as well. Okay. Whew. Sino ba nag-isip na idea na to? Ang hirap pala. Anyway, next question. Why is mental health as important as physical health? Timer starts now. I believe that both are equally important in a sense that one functions with his or her mind. If we do not have our mind and body in a great condition, how do we expect for ourselves to function? And I believe that no matter how much we deny the existence of mental health, it exists as equally important as physical health. All right. Pailan na to? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, last for this round. Last year, Spain sent the first ever transgender woman to the Miss Universe pageant. Do you think the Philippines should welcome and allow a transgender woman to a pageant like this one? I think it is important to recognize the leap that Spain has taken to send their first transgender woman to Miss Universe. And I think at this time and age, it is important for us to open our mind and our doors for transgender women in the pageantry stage. They could bring something to the table, and that it's also equally their rights as well. Okay, so that's number 6 to 10. We have 5 more to go coming up. Friends, if you have suggestions, comments, or any feedback for me, I would love to hear you out. Just send me an email at Kristine's Voice, the podcast at gmail.com, or you can just follow my Instagram page and send me a message there. Thank you. All right. Okay, let's do it. This is batch 3, questions 11 to 15. Let's go. Question. What is your message for the young and new breed of politicians that won in the recent elections? For example, Pasig Mayor Vico Soto. I'd like to say first and foremost congratulations for the recent win, and most importantly for them to always remember the reason as to why they run for office. I want them to always keep in mind the constituents in which they serve, and the reason, the cause, the why as to why they serve the public. And going back into the why will always remind them on how to make steps forward. Yes. Okay. Next question. There is a saying that high risk equals high reward. May I ask you what you've risked to get the crown? I think as a person, if you really are reaching for your dreams, if you really are determined to fight for what you believe in, you would not as much think of it as a risk. You really just have to focus on your goals, and in a way you wouldn't really be able to think about the rewards. You just want to achieve your goals. You just want to think about the impact that you would make in this world, and that's, I think, is more important. Woo! Okay, next question. How do you react to rape jokes? I honestly think it is very saddening to hear that such jokes exist. We are already at the time that we have accepted the role of both men and women in a very progressive society. And as women, I think it is up to us to stand firm against such jokes. Rape is a very serious and critical issue, and we really have to be there for other women as well. Okay. Woo! Okay, next question. Next question. If you have to give a talk to hundreds of teenagers in a high profile gathering, what topic would you want to discuss with them and why? I would very much like to talk about mental health. At this day and age, young people are the ones that use most social media sites, and social media sometimes tend to disconnect people more, and that provides us with more levels of depression. And the more that we acknowledge the issue of mental health and talk about it, the better we can handle the depression of young people. And it's very important at this day and age as well. Thank you. Woo! Okay. All right, now for the last question. How do you define success? Success for me is very personal. It can be whatever you want it to be. It may be a simple family life, may it be a degree that you've been working hard on, or something very personal to you, may it be a purchase that you've wanted for so long. As long as you are purely happy and that you are not stepping on other people's toes and you are within whatever happiness you are in, that is considered your success. Yes. Alright, so we are finished with the 15 questions. I honestly don't know how I did. I just tried to answer as honestly as possible within the time limit. Actually, ang hirap niya. It's not as easy as we think. You really have to be on your element if you want to answer these questions ng isang bagsakan, no repeat, very concise and brief, and have a powerful impact. So, oh my goodness. But it was a great experience. I think we should be able to try this at least once because it exercises your brain and thinks about whatever answers you can compose and try to put together within 30 seconds. I don't know if you would make sense, but I tend to talk more than I should, but this is a great exercise. So again, guys, if you have other answers for these questions, I would love to hear them. There is no right or wrong answer. We just have to confidently convey whatever message that we want to convey. And yes, send me lots of love. I really don't want to be scolded for my answers. But I stand by my answers. Again, I stand by what I said about the girls. It is so much pressure to be given this set of questions on stage with so many people watching, not just people within the arena, but people also online and all over the world. It's just very nerve-wracking. And congratulations again to the new set of winners. I really wish you the best. For our future candidates, to the girls, you did so well. And if you have another chance in the future and would love to pursue more of the pageant world, and I think it's really good for you also. And all the best to everyone. Again, this is Kristine. Thank you. Hopefully, I get to come up with another topic for us to talk about. If you have suggestions for me, do leave it. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Ciao.